So in today's video guys, we've got this new, what are you going to call it, story mode here for Sparking Zero. Now this will be probably one of the first of many series. So since there is a lot of content basically around the storyline of this, I plan on doing like, probably a playlist for each one. So obviously Goku has one here against, as you can see, Raditz. And there's a few more, right? So there's one like for Vegeta, I think Goku Black has one, Gohan. So there's a lot of units here that do have different stories, right? Now, I'm probably going to do, I'm thinking, like a playlist of each one. So obviously I'll start off with the Goku one here, and then maybe tomorrow or in 2 days, depending on how I can get the videos in, I might do like maybe Vegeta next video, and sort of thing, going like that. Now, the main reason why I wanted to start this one here is, obviously this is pre-recorded because I couldn't actually get this done like straight away, like as soon as the game went live. I sort of had to wait till after. So I saw a few feedback saying that the Great Ape Vegeta fight, which we'll have later on in the video, it was meant to be one of the hardest fights, right? So I was really intrigued by that, so I started like, alright, I'm just going to try and rush most of this as I can. But as you can see, the Raditz fight there wasn't obviously too hard, but I guess at the same time, like, they're not going to make the boss straight away, like, instantly hard, right? This is set on normal as well. And by the way, I really like the story, like the cutscenes here. They're very well done. I mean, obviously, I've seen a few people complain about that there's some characters that they wish a bit more fluent, the way they move, which is fair enough. You know, I can see Gohan there was a bit stiff, I guess you can say. But other than that, it looks pretty good animations-wise, the cutscenes, because they didn't really have to go this hard on the cutscenes, to be honest. I think the main point would have been just the fighting aspect, right? Like how the scenery works, how the models look for like Goku and all that. But overall, playing this game, I'd say I've played for about maybe 3 hours overall. I've had no complaints, right? It's been really good. I like the hard content. You know, some people say, you know, it's a bit too hard, but the thing is, the reason why I like it hard is because if it's too easy, it gets really boring, sort of thing. But the main reason why I like this story mode is, which we'll show you in a minute, here, is very good because there's like a what if story, right? So when we eventually get up to it, you can actually decide whether you wanna you know, go with Piccolo and fight, or you want to go alone, right? Now, it is pretty good because depending on the outcome, obviously there's different stories. I don't know what happened because I actually did lose against Raditz, so it was a bit weird. But apparently you can work with Piccolo and you can win, so you don't have to obviously do like the special beam cannon. There's a special way you can actually win just with Goku, which is obviously very good, right? It's good that they've included these what if stories because it includes a lot of imagination, right, and like including with the story, because you got to work out, right, what could happen next, you know, sort of things. That's sort of what I like, because we don't know what to expect with these what if stories. Like there's one, I'm not going to spoil it yet, obviously, because I want to do it in a video, but there is something to do with the future saga, I'll say that, and it's very, very hype, which I want to get to myself, obviously, eventually. Like I said, I do plan on doing like a series of each one. I'm not sure what I'd call it, I guess story mode for Sparking, I really don't know. But as you can see, like all the animations here are really clean and that. You know, like it's... I can't remember, did Kakarot have this sort of still movement here? Where like, as you can see there, like Goku gets like a shot there and they sort of like pan the camera around. I can't remember if Kakarot had that or not. Because obviously like Kakarot sort of has the same sort of animation was. I mean, obviously Sparking Zero is a bit better, but it's sort of the same sort of like texture in that. So it's very interesting. Like, these little cutscenes here as well. I guess it just sort of helps the transition, that part there. But as you can see there, obviously since I did with alone, well, without Piccolo, we do have Krillin there to help me out, which he did nothing anyway. Krillin's just sort of here in this story, or in this story part, just for backup, I guess, even though, like I said, he just does nothing. But, I mean, it would be pretty cool if you could have, like, 2v1 against Raditz here. You could have, like, Krillin, like, fighting as well. Because I've actually done a 2v1 yet, or 2v2 yet. Because you can actually do that in Sparking Zero, which is pretty cool, actually. So I'm not sure how that would work. I mean, I think there's split screen as well. Yeah, again, I haven't tried that because I've had no need for it. But, like, this game, man, like, I can't even explain how good it is. Like, maybe it's just because, you know, I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, all that sort of thing. But even, like, if you look at it from a fighting game perspective, Like, everything about it is just, like, top-notch about it. The graphics-wise, you know, how fluent everything is. You know, the controls are a little bit hard to get used to. Eventually, I've been, you know, since, like I said, I've been grinding a fair bit. I've gotten a little bit used to the controls. So I guess now I just gotta try and sort of get used to the timing and all that before I start going into ranked matches and that. Which I think I probably will record as well. Because obviously I do want to try and aim for the platinum on, like, platinum trophy on this game. Which is going to be a bit hard, right? You're not going to get it like first ace or anything. It is a bit of a grind, right? And one of them is, like, one of the missions you got to do, or trophies you got to get, is win 100 matches, you know, online, which is a lot, right? That is quite a fair bit. So, yeah, there is that. I think there's also, like, you know, just play 100 battles or something like that. But yeah, the winning one's probably going to be a bit difficult, depending. Because, like I said, I haven't even tried online yet, so the servers could be just absolutely trash. I have no idea. By the way, I really like the throwing in this game as well. It's pretty funny. But yeah, the online service, I'm not too sure how that's going to work, because the thing is, I mean, probably work, like, on the platform I use, so PlayStation, I'm going to be fine with. But the main problem is that I will, I guess, have a complaint about with Sparking, is there's no crossplay. Right, now crossplay is obviously a big deal in a fighting game in general, but even just like a modern day game now should always have crossplay, just for that sort of extra help in matchmaking and that. By the way, this shot here, like Raditz, is like really sick. I like how, like, they've sort of, I don't know what you call, like a freeze frame sort of thing, and you can see like the aura, sort of the key coming off of him. So I think it's really cool. Even like the artwork there, like the sort of mini impact frames of like Gohan coming out, it's just, I can't even explain how well made this is. Like I said, the only complaint I will say is, you know, no crossplay, right? Which I think they will add eventually, right? Mainly because, as we all know, like Spiking Zero is like just within the few hours that it's been live for, I'd say, because not quite been a full day, has been insane, right, in terms of like viewers wise, players wise. You know, like, when you think about it, we actually broke the pre-orders, like the pre-order list, like compared to COD. We actually were on top, which is pretty impressive for just a Dragon Ball game to sort of hit that above COD, because obviously, like, you know, COD's a very wide, like, you know, highly known, you know, franchise, right? So for Dragon Ball to beat that is pretty impressive. And by the way, this is the thing I was a bit confused about, because as you can see, Piccolo does come in and help Goku anyway. But I think what happens is Piccolo's there, like in the mountains somewhere, just sort of watching. And I'm assuming he comes in to help when he sees Goku just getting destroyed by Raditz, right? So if I won that, probably Krillin would have helped. Maybe, I don't know, let's say Destructo Disc on him, I don't know. Something like that. But I think there is a situation where you can live with Goku, which is obviously pretty cool. Another thing as well, which I will point out, which we'll see in a minute, is, yeah, right here, right? So as you can see, you can actually change your camera angle for Goku, right? So you can, obviously, as you can see here, Goku's lying down on the floor. You can literally see the camera, like, obviously I have to look up and down, but yeah, like, it's pretty cool to see that sort of perspective, and you can sort of see it wriggle, because obviously, you know, Goku slowly is passing away. So it's really cool to see that sort of dynamic, which I don't think we've actually ever seen in a Dragon Ball game before. I don't think we've actually had this sort of camera angle. You know, like, it's really cool seeing, like, Raditz, like, turn around here, or, you know, the Saiyans are coming sort of thing. So it's just real, like I said, there's just so many things in this game when I kept playing it that they just kept, you know, amazing me sort of thing. Yeah, as you can see, like, Piccolo's getting all bruised up, which is a bit weird, I would say, because he only did one thing there in the fight, which is a special move. A special beam cannon, so I'm not really too sure why he's too dirty like that, but yeah, like you can see, like, it's just all the graphics and that they've, like, put into details, and that is really impressive. What else we got here as well? So more cutscenes yet again. It sort of does, I mean, I'm not complaining, but it does sort of jump a little bit ahead. You know, obviously it is good because you don't have to wait the full year or whatever for Vegeta and Nappa, but I thought maybe you'd have like a training exercise, and obviously the best part here is Yamcha just getting bodied by the Cybermen, which is obviously pretty funny. Which I didn't think they were going to include, just because how fast they're trying to speed up the story. But it is pretty funny to see that sort of cutscene there. But as you can see, they do sort of like skip most of the fights sort of thing, just to sort of feature around Goku, which does make sense because, like I said, with these story modes, you have to pick the character and it shows basically their, what's the word, key fights sort of thing. So I guess the only other thing I probably would have liked to see is like a Kid Goku style, so like OG Dragon Ball, which, who knows, there could be like a DLC coming for that soon. That could be why that's not a thing. Because as we all know, like, the story can easily be updated, right? They can easily do an update, let's say, in a few more months ago. Hey, here's, I don't know, Vidal's fights, like Vidal's story mode, or something like that, right? They can easily do something like that. I mean, what, I wouldn't say easy, but you know what I mean? They could just sort of slot that in if they want to. By the way, here, Nappa here wasn't actually too bad of a fight either. I guess one of the key things that I sort of aim for in this that I learned is try to charge up your ki to max so you get like the sort of burst mode sort of thing. Which I'm not sure if I do actually do against Nappa here, but another key thing you want to make sure in this game is try and get a good combo and then finish off with like a Kamehameha or a special move, right, to sort of help get the most amount of damage done sort of thing. Because that's basically the key thing for these fighting games, right, is make sure you have a good combo, make sure it's like, you know, a deadly combo to help speed it up sort of thing. And then try and perfect like your dodges and that as well, and counters. So obviously your counters, you know, it's a bit hard to sort of get, but once you get it, you can obviously get behind and sort of do that sort of thing. But probably in the next video that I'll put up, it'll be a bit better. Well, a bit better gameplay than this. Because as you can see, I'm still a bit just sort of spamming the buttons, because I'm still getting used to how it feels sort of thing, right? But the good thing about Goku's Kamehameha here is it does track Nappa, which obviously makes this fight a little bit easier to do. And obviously Kaioken, if you can get the Kaioken, you know, obviously better as well, more damage done. And a little bit, I think it's a little bit faster as well. But as you can see there, the Kamehameha just instantly tracked him, sort of thing. And then the levels as well, pretty easy as well. You know, on the side there just shows what keys you're at and all that, like charged up. But like that, that's a pretty cool like knockout shot sort of thing. But I do wish they can sort of do like an ultimate finish. Is it called ultimate finish, or I think it's in Fighter Z, and they do like an ultimate finish thing. Like for example, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and the Kamehameha like shoots out the earth sort of thing. I mean, it happened in Kakarot as well. Actually, they had the sort of like dramatic finish, I think it's called. So that would have been cool to see, but yet again, that could get added in the future. It's just not in at the moment. And yeah, obviously everyone's favourite moment here is Nappa going bye-bye. Nappa gonna go have a long nap, I guess you could say. I mean, even this sort of shot here was a bit interesting. But as you can see, like with the story mode, they do sort of aim for a lot of these sort of freeze frames, I guess I'm gonna call it. So it is very good, right? Another thing I want to know as well is obviously in Sparking Zero you do have different costumes as well, right? So I'm wondering if I was to go back in the main menu and change my Goku's costume, I wonder if that would change in the story mode. I would assume not, because it's a fit story mode. But I guess at the same time, that's probably what the what if story modes are for as well, right? And another thing as well, which I did get told, is if you want to do your what if battles, you have to have it on normal difficulty, which does, I would say, sort of suck depending on how your skill level is. But I guess it does sort of make sense as well, because usually the what if stories you can actually upload to the game so other people can enjoy it as well, which I think I might do for a video. And what I mean by that is I'll probably have like some of my subscribers sort of make a what if battle for me, and I'll try to defeat it sort of thing. Because there's a lot of good possibilities you can do in a lot of hard winning conditions as well, which make it a lot more interesting to sort of do, right? So I think I'll probably do that. Maybe I'll wait till like next week sort of thing, because obviously since I have got the Ultimate Edition now, I do have 3 days early access. So I think, yeah, I'll wait for a few days, maybe a week or so, and then I'll start doing like live challenges, so, not live, but challenges. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. As you can see here as well, I probably should have pointed out, I did actually lose to Vegeta the first time here, so I did actually just cut that out. I only just lost to him though, but he hits a lot harder than what Nappa did, obviously, because, you know, bigger power level. So, yeah, same sort of thing. You do want to try and watch out for when he's got, I'm going to call it a burst mode. I'm not sure that it is called a burst mode or not, I can't remember. But when he goes purple, like, that means he's fully charged up, he hits a lot harder. So you sort of want to get rid of your blocks and all that, and also your dodges. Probably beam clashes might be better to do as well, because you, like, if you get your beam clash off, you can do a lot of damage, right? Because as you can see, even that just that little clash did decent damage, but not, you know, overly powerful damage. So yeah, I guess the only other good advice I can give is just basically keep playing the game. Like if you are struggling, just do like, you know, whether you do like a world tournament and that as well, because like you can do like a world tournament mode, which you can do offline. You don't have to verse people online, and basically you can just train up in that, because you do get Zenny and also player experience as well. Right, so I would recommend doing that. I've done a fair bit of that, obviously, as well, because you do it for the trophies. But it's good to do that, because you do get to obviously verse... You do verse a bot, but you can verse a good bot as well, because I have all my battle difficulty on normal. So, I could have had it on weak and sort of just cleared through this. But I sort of want to try and put it on normal, just so I get used to the difficulty of this game. But I'm very scared to try, like, super hard or whatever it is. That looks pretty insane. But I think probably once I do all the story mode now and I get a bit more comfortable with the controls, I think that's when I'll sort of push over to the harder side of it. And yet again, I could do that actually. So I could do one playlist here of just all normal, just showing how I did it. And then I could do another playlist where I do like extreme difficulty, sort of thing, just to show like the comparison difference. And there's another thing as well, I probably should have mentioned as well. There's another thing called proficiency, I think they call it, which I'm not too sure what that does. But basically, the more you use your character, so the more you use Goku. For example, this Goku, you get like more stars. So whether you get more damage done or more stats increase, I'm not too sure. So that's another thing to sort of look into as well. I'll probably start looking more into that probably tomorrow, sort of work out what that sort of means. I would assume... I mean, what else could it be? Maybe like costumes as well, you could get more costumes doing it that way. Not sure, I have to really look into that. Yet again, another really, like, you know, really good cutscene here as well. I mean, I did sort of skip most of the talking here, just sort of speed up the video. But Yajirobe here, obviously the GOAT as always. I mean, it would have been fun to fight as Gohan when he goes Great Ape as well. Which, sadly, you don't do. By the way, this shot right here, Vegeta, I absolutely just incredibly love. Like, just how well the animation looks here. Just, like, of, like... I think it's the key they're trying to, like, emphasize here. Is, like, how well his key is, like, sort of bursting out sort of thing. Like, how strong he really is. So it's good to sort of see that, right? But yeah, they really love these freeze frames here, which are... I do actually like it now. I've like seen it a lot more. Because it sort of brings in the real dynamic of it, if that makes sense. And by the way, I'm not actually sure... I was a bit confused with that. Is... maybe leave in the comment section below. Is, like, when they go Great Ape, are they actually 100 feet tall? Because, like, if so, that is just absolutely ginormous. Like, I know they were huge, I just didn't know they were 100 feet tall. But, yeah, by the way, like I said before, I did actually lose to Great Ape Vegeta for the first time. And then this is my second attempt, and I did actually beat it just because I was a little bit more aware of what to do. But, by the way, as you can see with the key clash there, beam clash there, I did a lot of damage. The only problem is Goku was very tired afterwards, so I just got hit instantly. which does suck, so you sort of want to keep an eye on that as well. So I wouldn't recommend going for beam clashes like all the time sort of thing, just sort of when you got energy available. But I think the main reason a lot of people have problems with this Vegeta is how much he can just do his beam attack. So you sort of, as you can see there, he's just, you know, just basically just pestering me with this. So it was hard, and the solar flare does actually sort of work sometimes, but at the same time, it's, I don't know, maybe there's an icon. I guess now I can have a look in the video, because I used the solar flare before, well, yeah, towards the end of the fight, and it did work, but I didn't know it affected him, so, but we'll see close towards the end of the video what I mean. But the same thing, I can easily see why people do struggle with this, because like you do have to sort of spam to sort of dodge out the way, block it, sort of thing. But as you can see, sort of in this fight here, I started getting used to more of the controls a bit better. Because that's basically the key thing to sort of get good at this, is getting your head around how it works, sort of thing. Because if you're just spamming buttons all the time, even just the normal GPU, CPU, just easily just go, oh yeah, you're just spamming. Sort of get you on a, like, you know, trick shot sort of thing. I'm trying to think, is this the part where I use the solar flare? I'm trying to find it, because I want to see if there was an icon that pops up. And another thing as well, like as you can see there, Great Ape Vegeta's armor does actually slowly crack, which is a pretty cool, you know, little detail there they didn't have to make. But yeah, that's what I really love about this game, is just the little details that they didn't need to do, but they did it anyway. So this is what I mean here. So I use the solar flare. There's no icon, but it looked a little bit dazed. But there's no real, you know, there's no real indication. He just looked shocked and then looked away. So I guess you sort of have to look back, like float back sort of thing, and then sort of determine if, you know, if he is stunned or not. But I guess at the same time you have to be careful, because you can just easily turn around like one shot you sort of thing. So you're sort of in between like a rock and a hard place there. But as you can see there, I've got 2 stars of my proficiency there, which I'm not too sure what that means. By the way, that impact frame there looks sick. That's what I mean, like there's just so many details on this, it's just absolutely insane. And by the way, I'm pretty sure this story mode here of Goku goes all the way up to Tournament of Power. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. But like I said, what I plan on doing is just do chapters at a time. Well, is it called, I don't know if they call it chapters in this, or episode campaign, I really don't know. But basically he was just like, you know, just a Saiyan Saga sort of thing, so I thought I'd do a video there for the playthrough. And like I said, whether I do the next video on Vegeta, which will probably be Saiyan Saga as well, do there. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do, because I think that'd be a good sort of series to sort of go through. Which is obviously a first. You haven't been, you know, if you've been on my channel for a while now, you would have known I don't usually do these sort of playthrough videos. But obviously, because how good Sparking is, I thought this is a perfect, you know, perfect time to sort of do it now. And I'm having fun as well, right? Obviously, it is a lot more content than sort of what I usually do. You know, with recording and that, editing. Because I do all of it, right? Like I edit my own videos, thumbnails, stuff like that. So it is a bit more work on my end, I would say. But at the same time, I think it's a lot better for, you know, the audience to sort of get along, sort of thing. By the way, as you can see here, I did also do the camera angle here as well from Goku down below, which was pretty cool. But you'll see why as well. It's a little bit, what I say, it's not gruesome. I guess graphics the word I'm looking for. Because as you can see, this is a part we obviously get grabbed. And obviously he does, you know, start breaking your ribs sort of thing, and the camera just sort of dims out. But let me know if I'm wrong or not, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've actually seen a camera angle from this point of view. Like obviously we have different shots from like different, you know, like the anime and all that, but I can't remember if we had one like this. It's pretty funny though, like looking at Vegeta like that with the eye closed and that. And then I think soon they show, yeah, as you can see here, you look down and see Gohan, like, it's just, like I said, just this camera angle, like, technology, I guess you can call it, is just so cool to sort of look at, right? And obviously here goes the GOAT, Yajirobe, the man of the hour. But as you can see here, this is the part where I sort of wish you could fight Vegeta again with Gohan, but at the same time, I do understand this is, like I said, the Goku sort of campaign, you know, story mode, so it does make sense why you can't use them. But I think it would have been cool, right? And yeah, again, this could have looked a little bit better as well, this shot here, but I guess they did put the, sort of the aura there, sort of flashing around. But to me, it would have looked a little like better if it was a bit faster. But I guess as they're just showing like the slow, the slow movement sort of thing, which I guess does make sense, right? This is what I mean, like these cool little like camera shots are just so sick. They're probably really simple to do for them, but it just looks so well done. And by the way, if you are wondering, I haven't got the audio on just because I'm not too sure if I'm going to get copyright striked or not. So depending on how everyone else goes, I'll probably will include the audio in the next one. But like I said, at the moment, I just want to keep the audio off just in case I do get copyright strike. But yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. Let me know how you guys feel about this sort of new playthrough I'm going to do. And yeah, if you guys got Sparking Zero as well, let me know how you guys are going with it, if you're struggling on that. And yeah, if you guys like to see some more, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.